That's funny.
What's your beef with Vusi Thembekwayo?
Vusi
Thembekwayo, yeah.
People always ask me that. I don't have a beef with the guy. But maybe 3-4 years ago, when there was a huge taxi strike, I sent a few tweets just generally thinking, look, guys, because, the taxi drivers, they've got their own financing situation, right? So when you go buy a taxi, the interest rate is high, bro. I think they get financed at like prime plus 10 or some dumb shit, right? Yeah, it's like 36%. And I was like, guys, those guys buy, if I remember correctly, like hundreds and hundreds of taxis every month, right? That's how much they contribute to the economy. And majority of those are like high aces or whatever. And then obviously how much money they have just in terms of cash flow.
Yeah.
Right? So let's work on maybe $800 to 1,000 rand a day per taxi. Look how many taxis we have in the country as a whole. That's a lot of guap. Yeah. And so I came up with the suggestion that I thought the guys should self-finance. Pool their money together, self-finance, self-insure, etc. and so on. And I sent a series of tweets about that. This guy then took those tweets and went and made a video. He made a video with all of those tweets, right? And then I was like, oh, okay. Then I tweeted, I was like, oh, this guy took my tweet. Yeah. Then the following day,
not that you care.
Yeah. Then the following day, he kind of responded. And for me, that's where I was like, how, dude? Not only do you have the gall and the audacity to take my tweets, and it's not even like, it's not a genius idea. I'm sure anybody else could have done it. Like, not only do you have like the gall and the audacity to take my tweets and present them as your own, but now you're actually defending this nonsense. Like, I'm the one who's a liar. So that's when I went at him. So I guess that's where it originated. But it's not really a beef. I don't really care about the guy, to be quite honest.
Have you guys met?
Yeah, I even interviewed him.
Okay.
702. But I'll always call out nonsense.
Okay.
Because another thing about me is I'm not really scared like of anybody.
Yeah.
So I'll call him out. Now, if you put even to his face, I'll tell him he's a punk. I don't care. Yeah.
And then Forex.
Mzansi, welcome back to Top Mzansi Entertainment. Now, the feud between Sizwe Dlomo and Vusi Thembekwayo. Now, we have seen this feud, conflict, whatever you want to call it, a fight on X, more especially, and most of us know that it didn't start here. It's been ongoing, almost, for a couple of years now. It resurfaces. Usually there's just like something that starts or fuels the issue that they have. Now, I've seen a lot of people sharing an old video of Vusi Thembekwayo talking about, I don't think that video specifically calls out Sizwe's name, so I'll say allegedly, responding to Sizwe Dlomo. But in the end, he references women. You know what? I'll insert a clip of that video. But he then apologizes to women later and says that, it was not in a good light that he referenced women in that video, because it was like likening Sizwe Dlomo's actions to a woman or something to that sort, but it involved females. So yeah, I apologize for that. But where did it all start? So the video I just spoke about is an old video that people are like pulling out as if it's new, but it's not new, okay? And I come with receipts. So I'm going to tell you what actually happened, what we know, what is documented as having started this issue, right? So the feud between these two personalities started over allegations of an idea theft relating to 2017 Texas strike in South Africa. Now, following the strike, Sizwe Dlomo took to Twitter, which then was Twitter, to share his thoughts on how the taxi industry could address similar situations in the future. Thembekwayo, who also has a large following, mostly known to be a motivational speaker, apparently is also an entrepreneur. I guess he is. I don't know. Later retweeted some of the insights that Sizwe had shared and even discussed similar posts in a Facebook Live broadcast, right? This is according to the information on The Citizen. Okay. Now, Sizwe Sizwe Dlomo shared his perspectives, as I've mentioned, on the taxi industry following a major strike that disrupted the province. So he suggested that taxi owners should formalize their operations by incorporating insurance plans and establishing their own vehicle dealerships. Sizwe argued that these changes could help taxi owners avoid intermediaries, retain more revenue, and ultimately contribute to the industry's growth and South Africa's economy. Not more than an hour later, Vusi Thembekwayo followed with the same thoughts. Now, Sizwe Dlomo later accused Vusi Thembekwayo of claiming these ideas as his own, saying, "This guy posted my entire thread as his own," which he tweeted after seeing Vusi Thembekwayo's post. Vusi allegedly had liked Sizwe's tweets on the taxi industry that he had posted, and later, posted similar views. So Sizwe pointed out, publicly, the lack of acknowledgement. He claimed that Vusi had also branded an interview he had done with his producer as his own, again without referencing him. Now, without naming Vusi, Sizwe's remarks led to Vusi releasing a video criticizing Sizwe for airing grievances online instead of privately. Right? Now, the exchange turned heated, with both men trending because of the back and forth that they were having. Okay. So now, all the while, Sizwe Dlomo insisting that the insights were original and his, and Vusi Thembekwayo is just recycling these ideas. Of course, Vusi Thembekwayo defended his post and challenged Dlomo's accusations, and saying that this was just merely his contribution to a broader discussion that's already ongoing about the industry issues. Okay, so of course, fans and followers of both personalities, as still today, back then, they got into the debate and they were sharing their different opinions, laughing about the whole thing and all of that. And I'm going to read some of the tweets that, people were sharing at the time. One named Shota Z saying, "Vusi trying to exit Black Twitter with Sizwe Dlomo's tweets." And he chose a photo of a man trying to, seems to be being attacked by a crowd. Someone with the handle Tembi Mrododo says Vusi stole Sizwe's tweets on the Texas strike and passed them off as his wisdom that you lot weirdly crave, ? Esetu Hassane said, "Vusi, don't let the suits deceive you. Ngiyindoda yomZulu." And then Sizwe says, "I can do both, Yizantwana." Okay. And then again, Esetu Hassane tweeted and said, "Vusi stole Sizwe's tweets within an hour," and then shows when the time that Sizwe posted a tweet and when Vusi Thembekwayo posted a video. Okay. Now, as I said, I've seen people saying I've seen more people coming for Sizwe. Of course, there are many others that are standing by. I've seen more people coming for Sizwe, yes, and I've seen others defending Sizwe. And you know what? I'm just sharing my opinion. And firstly, what I'm asking myself is, what would Sizwe gain from dissing or bullying, as others claim that he is, or calling out Vusi out of nowhere? If it's just dissing Vusi Thembekwayo nje out of nowhere, what would he gain from that? They're both big personalities, well known, doing well for themselves, but they're not exactly in the same industry. They're not doing the same job. So what is it? What could be the motivation? What would Sizwe gain from that? Really, guys? What would Sizwe gain from dissing Vusi Thembekwayo? What are the bases for that? Out of nowhere, it's just unomona. Really, guys? from what we know, and we don't know anything about these two people. We only know what we read on social media, what we see, but we don't really know their lives. So obviously I'm speaking from what we know out of social media. But uSizwe akalambi, and we all know that by now. He posts things on his Twitter, and like, what would he gain from that? And secondly, guys, intellectual property is a major thing. It's like, it's your idea. Ideas create things. Ideas are the ones that bring their things in their mind alive. For a globe that we use every day to be a globe, it started with an idea. So it's a major thing. So I can understand someone being offended. I can understand someone being angry. If allegedly Vusi really stole Sizwe's idea and didn't even acknowledge that, and didn't like apologize or like acknowledge, then I'd also be upset, So intellectual property is a big thing, especially in the world that we live in, social media, the digital world that we are finding ourselves in, that we participate in. It pays people for their livelihoods, So awukwazi nje uvele uthathe i-idea yomuntu and just not acknowledge, and also like, that's my opinion on this whole issue, that I don't think Sizwe is just like starting a beef, like coming at Vusi for nothing, in my personal opinion. And I don't think that Vusi Thembekwayo is without error. I don't think he's without error. And like, depending on how much, because I don't know, seemingly it pissed Sizwe off ukuthi wathatha idea yakho ngam-acknowledge. If nami angeke ngazi ukuthi, I don't think we can like tell uSizwe ukuthi how he should engage with that, in terms of how should he get over it. He must just forget about it and whatever. I don't know how much it meant for him, for me to now tell him ukuthi he's wrong or whatever. I don't know. But I'm simply saying that I can't tell a wronged party, in this instance Sizwe, who claims that he was wronged. I can't tell him how to get over it, because I'm not in his position. It's not my idea that was stolen. So if ngempela yantshontsha idea yakhe, then I have no right as an outsider to then say, oh, you must get over it, this and that and that. Yeah, so that's my opinion, that agona nje ukuthi uSizwe uvuke nje, what's nje, oh, I'm just gonna beef with the guy. Because it comes from somewhere. These two have a history that goes, as far as back as 2017, from what we can gather, from what's there available online. And yeah, I will attach receipts, as I've mentioned. Well, you'll see them in this video. So that's it for me, guys. That's my opinion on the whole issue. And I just wanted to give clarity to those who might not know. Resurfacing an old video of Vusi Thembekwayo, as though it's a recent response to what's going on. It's an old response, but we needed to just go back a bit and find out where exactly this thing started. And yeah, that's it. That's it from us, guys. Please let me know what you think of this whole thing. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and please like and subscribe, guys. Please subscribe so we can do more of these videos and improve as well. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like. I would really appreciate it. That's it for now. Goodbye and take care.